KJ Martin had a career-high 20 points, 9 of 10 from the field. The funny thing is, he was signed just to be used as a trade piece. Well, it turns out he's one of the most consistent role players on the team. It makes you wonder if the Sixers will still trade him because, in my opinion, they shouldn't. He fits well with Tyrese Maxey and always finds a way to make a positive impact. He's one of the best perimeter defenders on the team. Not only that, he can guard the perimeter and guard the rim a little bit. My only gripe with him is he tends to foul too much. Now, the thing is, his first year with the Sixers was so weird. He looked like a completely different player. He was missing dunks and things like that compared to his time when I saw him in Houston. And many Sixers fans don't know, but in the 22-23 season for the Rockets, he was averaging 12.7 points, 5.5 rebounds, while shooting 56% from the field and 31% from three in 28 minutes per game. He even started in 49 games for them. Also, keep in mind, he's only 23 years old, which is a breath of fresh air considering every role player Daryl Morey signs feels like he's an 80-year-old in NBA years. And despite getting Ben Simmons treatment off the ball because he's not a shooter, eye test-wise and per the stats, the offense has way more flow and rhythm. He does things like this, catches and immediately gets rid of it. The ball never sticks to him. Now he's screening and he decks Amen Thompson. Free three created for Maxey just like that. We see another version of that, but this time after the screen, Gordon passes and quickly he recognizes the give and go opportunity. Now, this time, he gets the pass from Maxey on the roll and finishes through traffic. And then versus the Pistons, same situation, and he's just too quick, free dunk on that one. It turns out among the players who actually have gotten minutes consistently, he's the only positive plus-minus on the team, a measly +4. The only other positive players for the Sixers in that stat are Adem Bona and Jeff Dowden. Both have barely played minutes. Let's take a look at the advanced numbers with him next to our best players. So before we do that, we got to put the numbers into perspective compared to the rest of the NBA. So the number one offensive rating belongs to the New York Knicks, 121.6. Number 10 offensive rating belongs to the Suns, 113.3. Going to the defense, the Thunder are number 1, 103.2 defensive rating. Number 10, Boston Celtics, 110.5. The Sixers are actually number 12 in defense with 112.4 defensive rating. Now, I found out one of the best lineups the Sixers have put out there so far this year includes KJ Martin. It is Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, KJ Martin, and Yabusele. Sadly, due to injuries and lineups shuffling around, this group has only appeared in 3 games together. Nick Nurse would be wise to run this unit more often going forward. So far, they have a total of 32 minutes played, which is actually a good amount with all the different lineups we have seen. Also, KJ Martin clearly has great chemistry with Tyrese Maxey, and I think it's because he's one of the only players on the roster that can match up with Maxey's speed in the pick and roll and dribble handoff situation. So I wanted to see if the stats reflected what I've been seeing. Well, the two-man duo has an offensive rating of 112.8, basically a top 10 offense, along with 108.8 defensive rating. Let's add Jared McCain to the equation. That trio has an offensive rating of 112 and a defensive rating of 100. Lastly, Paul George, Maxey, and KJ Martin as a trio, 121.8 offensive rating, 111.7 defensive rating. The main point is, when you put KJ Martin next to the Sixers' best players, the team is performing very well, and they are a competent basketball team that can compete with pretty much anyone. And yesterday, he showcased exactly what he brings to the table. Nothing flashy by any means. Gershon and KJ Martin saved the possession here. Martin comes to the ball. His guy was sleeping. He rams into Wendell Carter Jr. and somehow still finishes. He's shooting 70% in the restricted area this season. 2.6 field goals attempted from there each game, and he's been very reliable from there thus far this season. So I'm going to show you a 3-point shot from him last season. Very slow and not in a rhythm. Now, let's show you a 3 from yesterday. The form and process looks much improved. You can tell he's been working on it. Very impressive. One of the hardest things to do, in my opinion, as a basketball player is tweak your form off the court and then do it in the game without thinking. Oftentimes, you just revert back to your old habits. By no means will he ever be causing hard closeouts, but so far, he's a lot more trustable from 3 this season. Here they are trapping Maxey at half court. Originally, KJ was going to screen. It didn't work out, so he smartly moves to the short corner, and off the gravity of Maxey, he catches open. Now we see the athleticism, reverse slamma-jamma. Besides Kelly Oubre, he's the only player capable of doing that. He's very good in transition as well. Finishes a contested layup here with Jalen Suggs breathing down his neck. And then, again, he finds a way to just float around and be forgotten about by the defense, waiting. And then McCain misses the layup. No worries, KJ Martin is there to clean it up. He's very good at the little things. Gershon misses an open 3. Look at how high he goes up to get an extra possession. Not only that, but he finds McCain for the easy bucket. That right there is a winning play that the Sixers don't consistently make. Then, late in the game, must-score possession, Paul George posting up a mismatch. Magic goes zone immediately. KJ Martin recognizes Caleb Houston is leaning towards Drummond, leaving the middle wide open, and he himself. That's only part 1, though. He has to find a way to finish through both. I mean, how many times have we seen Sixer players smoke this play? Again, late in the game, Magic are in zone. KJ Martin zips a pass to Gershon for the easy 2. In a big moment, couple minutes later, again, it was the opposite. It seemed like a bad possession, but Gershon creates for KJ Martin. Hook shot of Rooney. You love to see it. When things were falling apart, a missed shot or something like that, KJ was there to clean it up consistently in many different ways. Let me know your thoughts below on KJ Martin in the comments section.